Hi and welcome to this video and welcome to my carport. Today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. Today I'm doing an unboxing video and review of my new pressure washer. Alright, so this is the pressure washer that I've got. It's a Ryobi 1900cc pressure washer. It's 3200 psi, 4-stroke. And so the first thing I wanted to discuss with this was the box size. Okay, so this box is 21.5 inches by 24.5 inches by 22.5 inches, which in metric is 55 by 62 by 57 centimeters. So it's pretty big, and you got to find a car that's going to go in before you go and pick it up. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in the car park unboxing it and then putting the bits and pieces into your car. Samson wants to take part. Go on, buddy. Off you go. Go play. Anyway, so where are we with this? Oh, okay. We've got to open it up. So it comes with 4 nozzles. It also has a soap dispenser in the front of it. So it'll be interesting to see how that looks. This is actually the 3rd generation of this pressure washer. The first generation had a Honda engine. The second had a Subaru engine, and now they have a Yamaha engine powering it. All the same sort of size. So this is an RPW 3200Y type 2. Okay, so let's get to unboxing it and see what we've got inside. Alright, well let's cut these cable ties, cable straps, and get into it and see what we've got. Somebody's come back to visit again. Everyone, you've seen young Samson in some of the introduction videos when he was a puppy. He's only 7 months old at this point, but there you go. I'm not sure what you do. Okay, so that's the first bit we're pulling out there. That's the top part, I think, of it. So that's mounted to the top bar, and then your hose wraps around it. So let's see, I'll just pop these down behind here. What else we got here that comes out easily? Okay, we got the spray wand part. Cable goes in there, I guess. You got the 4 different nozzles that you can put in the spouts. There's 3 different. I think you get a. Is it written on them? Yeah. So you get a 0 degree, a 25 degree, and a 40 degree. So that's that one. And then this blue one is the soap dispenser when you put that on. I've also ordered the high pressure spinny one. Oh, that comes off too, so that's good. You can put that on your hip if you want. And that's a soft rubber thing. It's not hard, so it's good. Notice there about oil. Got some a litre of this, and it's 10W30, which is what's listed in the manual. So you need that. What else we got here that we can take out before we have to? That's the main handle here. We got. Now I think it's 30 feet of high pressure hose. Yeah, looks very similar to my old one actually, except it didn't. It doesn't remove from the handle on the old one. So that's that. And we have the actual metal wand part. So that might require some Teflon tape, I'd say. And that's the bit that that screws into the front part there, and then you clip your clip these jets into the front part there with the high pressure fitting there, like that. So fairly simple. That's a standard fitting. So we're going to see exactly how standard it is with some of the other accessories that I've purchased to actually replace my old pressure washer, which incidentally is 22 years old and still works. Yeah, so let's go. Okay, so what have we got now? So now we've basically we've removed all the cardboard, so it's packed fairly well. This thing's going to be heavy, I would imagine. I don't know. It's not overly heavy. So for an old codger like me, I can lift that out of the box. And let's have a look. Take that plastic off there. Okay, so I think you've got to pull that handle there at the side, and that allows it to lock in. There you go, it's locked. These foam bits will all come off. You get some starting guides here, and that's the pressure washer. Okay, so you got some notices on the top of it here. It says ethanol E10 or E0 free. E10's okay, no E15 and no E85. Okay, so don't use fuel that contains more than 10% ethanol. Zip starter. Here's your pull rope there, or locking pin for the carry bar, I guess you want to call it. Here's a Yamaha 4-stroke. The starting instructions there. Your fuel, your oil lever here. Need to put oil in that, which we've, as stated already, we have. It's got some nice big wheels, very big wheels to cart around. Let's have a look. So around this side we have a fuel tap, an on-off switch, and a choke. So there. Now I downloaded the manual from the internet, and I suggest that would be a good thing for everyone to do before they have this, because there are a couple of different models, and obviously that's going to take straight fuel, as we discussed. At the front here we have the soap dispenser, which is plumbed permanently into the pump, and there's our pump underneath. Okay, Samson's back to have a look and help us supervise us. Okay, so it's interesting. It doesn't come with just a threaded insert. It comes with a quick fit. So I've got to change that, because that's not the type of fitting I use on my hoses. And here you've got the outlet for the high pressure hose. So let's start off by, what do we got here? Okay, I see the way that is. Okay, so we got that off. Let me get the one that's going to fit on there. Okay, so I use this type of quick attach bayonet and type fitting my hoses, because it's a zero leak system. Yeah. Going to take two hands to do that. So let's see if we can get two hands free. If I can tighten that up on there. I like these ones because they're a simple, quick attachment, bayonet attachment, and they do not leak. Okay, so I guess the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some oil in it. Okay, so we're back again. So So we take our dipstick out. Hi mate, you're getting in the shot again, look. Yeah, it's just a funnel. Okay, now can I put... Oh. I've had 7 shepherds and it's the only one that actually likes cuddles. They normally run away when you try to give them a cuddle. Okay, what do you need? Come on mate, take your ball, go on, let's go, come on. Okay, so as I was saying, okay, so you get a, before first use, please fill with oil, 600 ml. The oil filler is here on the bottom in an awkward spot, and when you measure it, you don't thread it in. So according to the manual, you put your oil in, just measure it like that. Take 600 mils. This is a litre bottle. And there are graduations on the side, but they don't actually say anything, but they're about 10 each. So I want to have approximately 40 left in it. And this funnel is just the wrong size. But at least it's clean now. Okay, well, we might as well put some fuel in it, I suppose. Okay, so I'm just going to put some general purpose car wash into this. It's general purpose soap, you use it for everything. Let's look at the next lot of things we have to do. So we have our high pressure hose here. We have this for the top, so let's have a look at mounting that on there next. Okay, so what do we get in this bag actually? We've got some bolts and plastic bits for mounting. We've got a quick start Ryobi guide. We've got the manual for the 2 engines. That's the MA175 and the MA190. We've got the 190 obviously, and your Ryobi instructions, whatever, and or in warranty. And the warranty for this, I believe, is 2 years replacement. So that's engine powered is 2 years. Replacement warranty. So that's one of the reasons I went for this unit. They do have comparable units from most manufacturers, same high pressure fittings once you get up beyond 30, beyond 3000, and but most of them are, you've got to prove that there's something wrong with them. If there's something, there's an issue with them, and they're not immediate replacement warranties. Oh, look at that! I didn't realise they had that. See, that came in the bag. It's a little paper funnel for putting the oil in. So I'll hang on to that. You never know, you might need that in the future. I didn't realise that was in there. So somebody thought of that. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to fit there like that, and obviously these plastic bits go on the back and bolted in. So looks like I need a Phillips head screwdriver, or actually it'll be a posi drive. It'll be a posi drive, not a Phillips. People can confuse the two, but in a Japanese product it's going to be a posi drive, which is not as deep. If you use a Phillips head screwdriver on a posi drive screw, you're going to strip it. If you're wondering why screws always get stripped, that's why. If you go and get a single point posi drive, you will find that your problems like that will go away. Okay, just to iterate that point, actually, that's a posi drive. You see it's quite flat. for a larger screw. That's a posi drive, right? 1-point PZ, as opposed to a Phillips head screwdriver. And you can see it's got this extra little bit in here. That's how you recognise it. It's got that extra bit in there. So if you're looking at a screw there, even a big one like that's fairly big, so that's really meant for that size there, which fits in perfectly. You can see all the way to the bottom. A Phillips head looks loose, whereas you could actually get away with using a posi drive, a single point, a smaller posi drive on that big screw, because it gives so much grip. But yeah, so you need to determine whether or not your screws are posi drive or Phillips. From Japan it's going to be posi drive, and you can see again these, like from these little flutes in here, they're actually there as well. They met. So a posi drive, get yourself a posi driver. You can use a posi drive on a Phillips head screw, but you can't do it the other way around without stripping it. Put the handles and the front bezel on the holder. So there's a couple of plastic bits that come for it, and 3 screws. So two are shorter, and the larger third one there. So the larger one is for the hook part. So we'll get the larger one. Here we go. And I also discovered it's got this nice elastic holder there for the hose actually. So I'll put the longer one in here. Hey, Samson. Wait a minute. Excuse me. I know you want to cuddle. I know. I know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, give me a bit of room, bud. A bit of room. There we go. Okay. I imagine he wants me to go throw a ball for him or something. This other plastic part here for the hose has a little knob sticking out of the plastic in the back, and that goes on the bar here, so that actually fits there. And just drop one of those screws in there. Now there's also something that's missing. There, I've missed something. Look out. So that just bolts on the back. Just give me a sec. There was... I'm missing a washer. Excuse me, Samson. There was a washer. There it is. It's fallen down a bit. This washer goes at the back of this one because obviously it's bolting down to plastic and it needs a bigger surface area. Yep, so as you can see the washer goes behind that bolt. This one's straight on the metal, and this one as well. From the front, it looks like that. Cheat a little bit and use that. You could do it by hand, I guess. Wouldn't you know it, the air cleaner is going to get in the way of that one. Just took the air cleaner off, it's just that one screw. There we go. Okay. Alright, so next thing I think is to open up the hose. I may have done this out of order. Okay, so this looks exactly the same as the hose. Okay, so I guess you could cheat, put that straight in there, but you'd have no control over it. So you can put that in here. That might not hold there. I might need to get a spanner on that, but basically the idea is that, and that locks down into position there, holds it for you till you're ready for it. The other end is the same fitting again, and obviously that's the one that's going to fit on. So if you have kids around, you do have this lock in here on the trigger, so you can pull that out, and that prevents the gun being turned on accidentally by somebody who shouldn't be doing it. But you have to hold it open when you start it up to let the air out of the system. Okay, so I want to talk about fittings a little bit. As I said, they use a standard fitting at this end, and I purchased this other brand of swirly nozzle. These are a high pressure one. These are really good at getting rid of high pressure or high dirt or whatever. They just spin and put a 0 point. So you do have a zero nozzle here, but when it spins it provides a lot more power. Hello Samson, you're back. Okay, so bear in mind they sell two of these. There's a 3200 psi version and a 4000 psi version. But if you buy the 3200, guess what you get? You get the 4000 psi version. They're all the same, and they all take the same fitting, right? They all take this this 1/4 inch standard fitting. All of them. The Yamaha at the higher end, the Karcher at the higher end, the DeWalt, they all use the same fitting. So stuff is interchangeable. Okay. All right. So if you don't have any, get some of this Teflon tape. You just wind it around there, and I just put that on all my fittings that don't have a rubber seal. I'll just tighten that up with a spanner. Pull the trigger just to let the, let's see, we're getting stream out of there now. I'm just going to put that here. I'm going to put a lower pressure one on to start off with. So I think the 40 psi. Okay, so that's, you pull the trigger and let the air out of the system. Alright, so let's give it a start and see how we do. We turn the fuel on, do the instructions, turn that on, the choke, and this is the first start. Let's see how it goes. Oh, look at that. Second pull, that's pretty good. Might turn the choke off. Wow. Whoa! Try the soap dispenser. See the soap flowing out the bottom there. Well, you can definitely feel. Okay, you can definitely feel the power in that. And that's the least powerful one. I'm just going to put a bit of soap on this area. That mat was pretty dirty, as you could tell. Now there's paint and all sorts of stuff on this rubber, so it's not all going to come off. But I can definitely feel the difference in this one. Now, underneath here, oh dear, look at that, your bed's going to get wet because you've left it in a sunny spot. This is all green goo under here. Just hang on a second, I got something else that might work better for this. I'll be back. It's not a Ryobi, but as I said, these fittings are universal, so should be able to just fit it straight on, as you see. Okay, so let's give it a spin. Wants to lift up off the ground, so it's doing a good job. That made short work of that. Even Samson agrees, don't you, mate? Yeah, not going to hurt you. Yeah, alright. Okay, so I did just turn the fuel off then, that's why it died. But, gee, that makes short work of the short work of the ground. And your view? Yeah, he thinks it's good too. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, make short work of that. It's easier than doing it with the wand. Alright, so I'll use it on some more things and I'll come back and I will give you my final conclusion. But certainly all the brass fittings are really good. Okay. Before we continue on, I thought I'd point out why I actually pressure wash this area. So if you have a look at the ground, you'll see that it's quite covered in this green goo, which is like it's an algae that sort of grows on this concrete out here during the winter time, and you really need to get rid of it, because it's quite bad for your health. So I have to pressure wash it off once a year, and that was yesterday. But I haven't had the disc cleaner before. I've had to do it with the spinny 1 degree or 0 degree head. This is the spinning head I was talking about. This is the high pressure one. It's straight into the end of the lance, and it has a 0 degree outlet inside it on a ball, and that ball spins, and the rotation seems to give it, you know, a better coverage obviously than just a single point of stream. But this is what I've been using, so it actually takes quite a long time, and whilst you're watching the video there of yesterday and how I did this path, starting at one end and obviously working my way down, I used it more like a broom, and I have to say it probably took at least probably a quarter of the time that it takes to do with the other with this rotating spinning head as a single point. It has 2 outlets within that disc, so they're spinning at quite a high rate, and they do a much better coverage than this single point. So we'll do a test in a second. I'm going to continue on with the driveway, and we'll do a small area and we'll see how fast the lance does it as opposed to how fast the disc, rotating disc pad does it. We're going to go between that and between the plate. So let's start the machine. So my conclusion is, if you've really got a large flat area to do, the disc washer is the way to go. If you've got any shaped surfaces, steps, guttering, that sort of thing to do, then the single point spinning nozzle is your best bet for that. And then for cleanup and any bits you've missed behind when you've done the rest, your narrow degree nozzle on the spray lance is the way to go. Okay, in the center section here, which you can see it's fairly oily, one of the cars we have was leaking oil, so we're going to see what kind of job it does of cleaning that up. Okay, we're going to do this next, which is an old pathway. I've started at the front bit here. Now this lighter coloured concrete, this is 22, 23 years old, and it's never been cleaned. It's got a lot of this muck on it as well, and I've just never had the equipment to clean it before. So that's what that currently looks like. It's got all these black spots everywhere which are baked in, and yeah, so I'm going to do that section next, and I'll do a video when I've finished. So this is the original concrete with the house. So it's 23 years old. This is about 4 years old, but was poured on a separate day to the rest of that, but only about a month apart. But this is has come out awesome. Very happy. Got rid of the little marks everywhere. Okay, here in the way of some final footage is me giving the snug load cannon a run on the pressure washer on one of my son's cars, and you can see it's quite effective at doing that. It puts that nice thick layer of foam as your first stage in washing the cannon. Okay, so I've had the machine for about a month now, and it's proved to be very reliable. It starts first time every time, and it really does do a good job. What I found out is that one of these really works for anything that's curved, guttering, steps, brickwork. You need one of these. For large flat surfaces like driveways, that disc is really effective. It's the pathway down the side of the house normally takes me an hour and a half to do with one of these. But it only takes like 20 minutes, half an hour with this one. So it's a lot quicker. You of course still have to do the cleanup afterwards. So with the cleanup, you're looking at one of these three. So there's a 0 degree, 25 degree and 40 degree that come with it, as well as the soap dispenser. So this is a single point, which is basically the same stream coming out of this that comes out of that, but it doesn't spin. So that's good for really stubborn things, but it will tear your concrete apart, so you have to be really, really careful with that. You can damage it. The most useful one seems to be the green one. That's a 25 degree. There is, I think, a 15 degree, which is a yellow one that DeWalt make, which is fully compatible with this. Same fitting. So I might get hold of one of those in the future and test that out. And for general sort of cleanup, the other one, the 40 degrees, so you can use that on windows, all that sort of stuff. And the soap dispenser, this is this one, which is basically is a low pressure outlet, and that forces the pump to suck in the soap. Just a word on that. It's one of the quirky things I've found out about this machine is that the outlet for the soap from that reservoir at the front is not actually at the bottom. So it can stop sucking soap out because the soap's gone too low, and you'll open the cap and look inside and it looks like there's still plenty of soap. So just be wary of that. The hose is another thing. It's not that long. It is 30 feet or 10 meters. It's long enough for most things, but I believe there are some better options out there that I might look into in the future, as it is the fittings are general amongst those high pressure washers. So I think there's a yellow one that's potentially made by another manufacturer that is a bit longer and will fulfill that sort of purpose. It's just a bit hard when you wind it up on that spool. It's quite stiff when you take it out, and it takes some time to run it out, straighten it out, and then you can begin to use it. So overall, my thoughts are that the machine is a really good machine, and I'm glad that I got it. It's got potentially a great warranty of 2 years replacement warranty, which is very useful should I come to any problems. And I know with Ryobi it's just an exchange. There's no issues at all with that. So thank you so much for hanging around till the end. This has been a very long video, and it's taken a month to make. And I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more unboxing videos, I'll do I'll do more in the future. I hope you really enjoyed this, and stick around. I've got some more good videos coming up and some great content. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.